I can yes and amen that. You need to. I'm shocked that I had never heard of this guy. I watched that video the first time and I ugly cried.
What do you think about that, huh?
It's got my wheels turning and
What do you think about that, huh?
That's the Jesus that Mormons believe in. Dallas Jenkins. Is that the Jesus that you presented in this TV series?
What do you think about that, huh?
Phenomenal album, Irons in the Fire, Zeta Blacksmith.
What do you think about that, huh?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unsolicited, episode 65. I'm your host, Norm the Master's Dog Dunham, aka the Evangelical Norm. So, Unsolicited is just that. It is my unsolicited opinion on arts and entertainment as they intersect with the Christian worldview. So, movies, TV shows, books, you name it, mostly music, because that's kind of where I live, and there's a lot of it to talk about. A lot that's good to talk about, we'll put it that way, because if something is just horrible rather than just drag, which constitutes the majority of Christian movies that are out there. We've got some things coming up in the future, Lore TV, where we will see more Christian stuff, and when that happens, as we get more better Christian movies, which there are some good ones out there. And I don't know that I've done a whole lot because I started this podcast long after they were out, and courageous movies like that are actually fairly good movies as far as a Christian-based film. And so I haven't gone back and done a lot of stuff that has been done for a long time ago. But as we see new ones come up, I'll do more. But I listen to a lot of Christian hip-hop. I listen to, and pretty much that's it. I don't listen to a lot of contemporary Christian music just because, again, it's my tastes in music are hip-hop. So that's my wheelhouse. That's where I live. So that's the majority, the overwhelming majority of what you'll see on here. Again, if there's something out there that I don't like, I'm not going to drag it through the mud. I'm not going to go check out Andy Mineo and Lecrae's stuff because I'm not a fan, and rather than just tear people down, I like to take stuff that I like and share it with you who are out there subscribing to my channel, listening to my podcast, and so on. By the way, we've had a lot of new subscribers over the last little bit, and I appreciate it. That's for all the people who like the videos, share the videos, stuff like that. It brings more people. It puts it out to more people who would like to see that, and then that brings in more subscribers. So I owe all that to you guys who have been listening for a long time. I appreciate your support, and thank you for all the likes and comments and stuff like that I get. It just helps the channel. So if you're new and you haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. I'll go ahead and hit the notifications button because then you'll get all the content that I do here on the Evangelical Norm network, I guess you could call it, here on YouTube on this channel. Follow me at the Master's Dog or the Evangelical Norm on Twitter, Norm Dunham on Facebook. You can find me in pretty much any of the Christian hip-hop groups. I'm there. So today, episode 64, we are going to get into the new album. It's been out for, let me see, I'll tell you the release date. I believe it's on here, or at least October 6th. So it's been out 10 days. 10 days has been out. Autumn Leaves by our friend and brother Chrys Jones over there at Chriscentric Records. This is all instrumental. So this is like my answer to my prayer because I am a beat guy. Okay? You can give me beats all day long. And the thing is, I try to listen to music, and I love my lyricists. Don't get me wrong. I love Kurt Kennedy and Ivy and guys out there, Stract, who are just crazy with the lyrics. But I'll be listening to them, and I'll get so caught up in the beat that I forget to listen to the words. And when you're a guy that's doing a podcast, to give your opinion on stuff, it helps to know what they're saying. Everybody knows that the beats are sick, but they want to know your opinion on what's being said. So this is an album that is just made specifically for me. It's as if I just, called up the homie Chrys Jones and said, do something for me. What have you done for me lately, right? And he did it. And he did it good. All right? It's a 17-track album of all just instrumental beats, just crazy beats. This dude, him and Will Mendoza, these two brothers, the way that they drop stuff, and musical genius is not a far-fetched term to be used for these two guys. And there's not a producer out there that these guys are not neck and neck with. I don't care who you pick. Anybody from 20, 30, 40 years ago to the guys that are doing stuff today. Names at the moment, I'm drawing a blank on guys that I wanted to go back to in the past. Jam Master Jay, stuff like that. Scott LaRock. Producers who are just crazy. I will put these two men and other guys that I've heard, from Wrath and Grace, from Christ-centric, stuff like that. God Over Money, Hog Mob. The guys that are out here right now in Christian hip-hop doing beats and producing music are among the finest that are out there, and Chrys Jones is nothing different. All right, so I'm going to play a couple of the tracks off of here. My favorite one, we'll just start with the first one, just to give you a little taste of what's going on. Just a little taste of Breezy off of Autumn Leaves, and then we'll get into the one that I think is probably the sickest beat on here that I just the bass line in this is in. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's take a listen to Breezy. All right, so there you go. There's a little bit, and yes, I'm jocking the volume like an old school radio DJ. I just did that, but yes, don't get mad at me. I'm an old school radio DJ, so leave me alone. That's Breezy. He grabs you right from the beginning. But here, this one, this is one that I went back and back and back to the bass line. I was like, I got to hear that again. I just upset my stomach. That was so good. So, yeah, I know. What are you talking about, Norm? One for the show. Track number 11. You got to listen to this because he gets into a point. I don't remember where it is. I meant to go and find the exact minute and second of this, the bass line in here that I just went, whoa. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a fanboy. But, dude. I had to shut up because you got to hear this. Ooh. Why you gotta hurt me, Chris? Come on. Come on. I mean, if that, yes, I'm jocking the volume again. I'm going to do it one more time. Because I hate to just cut it off. You got to let that fade out. Come on. If you didn't hear that drop into that bass and just go, whoa, you don't like music. You don't like music. And here, this is my favorite track, and I'm going to play this all the way through, all 2 minutes and 24 seconds of it, so you can get it, and then go buy the album. So usually I won't play a whole song of an album because I'm going to tell you in a minute to go buy the album. I'm going to tell you where I want you to go buy it. No, I don't get a kickback from Bandcamp, but I'm going to tell you to go buy it, and I'll tell you why. But we're going to play this song, and maybe it's just because I'm old, and maybe it's because when I start playing this song, I relive the cartoon in my head, and that is Great Pumpkin Spice. This is my man, Chrys Jones, and this is my favorite song on this album, and it's because, and I know it's because I'm old, and I have no problem with that. So here it is, Great Pumpkin Spice by my man, Chrys Jones. Poor Charlie Brown, right? So again, if you're old and you know, if you know, you know, right? If you're up there in your mind, you know that you just relived that entire cartoon in your head. And my daughter, we were listening to this in the truck, and she was like, "What is he saying?" I said, "He says he's got a rock." Why did he get a rock? You got to watch it. I'm hoping they'll put the cartoon on so she can see it and understand. And I promise she'll know. She'll go, I heard that before. Because we've listened to this album quite a bit as we've driven around and done stuff. So there it is, guys. That is Chrys Jones' album, Autumn Breeze. And go get it. Don't stream it. Don't do it. Just stop. Just cancel all of your streaming subscriptions and go buy albums and just play them. Go download the MP3s, put them up, take up some space on your phone, get a good phone that you can put a 1 terabyte SD card in, and keep a whole lot of albums. I gotta have 45 albums on this phone, and because I don't stream, I don't. And it's not patting myself on the back. If it's music that I like and I want to listen to, I'm going to go buy it. And, so again, I mean, I'm not, if you want to stream. But our brothers and sisters, Sam I Am, people like that, in order for them to continue to do what they do, they got to make the money off of the stuff that they've done. They don't make squat off of streaming services. I mean, fractions of a penny on the dollar is what they get when you stream songs and stuff like that. But maybe they're not going to get a whole lot if you buy it, but it's more than what if you're going to stream it. My suggestion is that anything you can get, go over to Bandcamp and get, because here's the thing about Bandcamp. I don't even think Chrys set a amount for this. It was name your price. Or maybe it was Ivy's album. One of the albums I recently bought was a Name Your Price album. And I was like, $15. Because, and if it's 10, I'll pay 15. If it's 15, I'll probably pay 20. And as in going to a restaurant, if you go to a restaurant and you get good service, you are going to tip the waitress. Right? One, because we know they don't make any money at all and we want to take care of them. Same idea here. When these guys put out good music, entertaining music, theologically sound music, we want to be able to give back to them so that they can continue to do it. So if you can go to Bandcamp and leave a tip, if it's $10, 15%, pay $11.50. Give a 15% tip or a 20% tip. Whatever you would do in a restaurant, do that on an album over on Bandcamp. So our brothers and sisters who are making good, theologically sound Christian hip hop can continue to do so. And you won't be, I mean, this album is well worth $15. Easily. Beyond that. It should have paid 20, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Please, if you are a lover of Christian hip-hop, if you love to see guys, Kirk Kennedy, Strack, Regenerate, Ivy Connerly, Shinelin, Goya, I'm running out of names, Chrys Jones, Dayton, Hog Mob, Ivy Connerly, I already said him. He's my dude. You can see behind me. I got a lot of Ivy. If you want to see them continue to do that, we have to continue to buy the stuff so they can continue to give us the music and the theology and the entertainment that we want. So head over, Bandcamp, buy this album. You can get it wherever else you buy albums, Amazon, whatever. If you have a special place you like to buy your albums, go get it. My recommendation is hit this up on Bandcamp. And keep your eye out for November 5th, next Chrys Jones album, where we can actually hear some lyrical theology going through there, is dropping on November 5th. It's called Note to Self, and I'm excited to see it. A couple other things dropping just as a note from Christ-Centric. Doctrinal has an album coming up. I want to say October 26th. Somewhere in the last few days of October. I don't remember the exact date, but I know it's like October 26th, 7th, 8th, 9th. One of those days, Doctrinal, you might know him as MC Goya. That's who I know him as. Is dropping an album. I don't know if Goya is going to make an appearance, but I'm just waiting for my full-length Goya album. So, Chrys Jones, Autumn Leaves 2, amazing song. and to follow up the Autumn Leaves. And I don't even know that I ever got Autumn Leaves. I've got to check that one out. I just looked down and saw it on my screen. It was released in October 2020. So go pick it up. Get it. Support our brothers and sisters who are making good Christian hip hop and amazing, amazing producers. You will not be disappointed by this album. Go get it. And as always, preach the gospel at all times. Use words. They're necessary. Until next time, Soli Deo Gloria.